in regards to the budget you put in place, I mean, since then, since those measures have started to take effect, the state has still continued to lose jobs. I mean, obviously, the labor statistics have been downsized.
Well, yes and no, though. Since the beginning of the year, we've had a couple months that have been not as good as we wanted. But since January of this year, we have a net gain in private sector jobs. After 3 years of losing 150,000 jobs, we've had not quite, but just under 20,000 net new jobs in the state of Wisconsin. In the last couple months, there have been losses. Other months we had increases, but the net over the year of 2011 has been a net increase. Now, they're certainly not as big as we'd like, and if for us to hit our goal of 250,000 jobs by 2015, we're going to have to accelerate that. But let's be clear, much like a sports team, that starts out, 1-13, and then wants to be in the Super Bowl in a couple of years, we said it's not going to happen all at once. We want it to progressively get better. It will compound and build off of it, and I'm not satisfied with the numbers. But again, after outright losing a net amount of 150,000 jobs in the 3 years prior to my taking office, we see this as positive growth. A year ago, we were at 7.6% unemployment. Today, we're at 7.3%. We've had 4 months of the unemployment rate going down. You compare us to the national average at 8.6%, or even Illinois, which is at 10%. We need to improve the number of jobs, mainly because too many of our friends and our neighbors and our family members are looking for work. But we've at least laid the foundation to put us in the right path.
Well, how do you reverse the slide that we've seen for at least the last 5 months?
Well, I think part of it is a combination of things. You saw the negative impact on debt in the financial market in August, leading into August, when the federal government failed to act on it. My hope is you can start to see some progress out east on that. The other big thing in Wisconsin is we're heavily dependent on manufacturing, and in particular on exports to Europe. Hopefully the EU and with the problems they have facing with Greece and Portugal and Spain will get under control. No matter what happens in each of those, though, it just shows that we need to be even more aggressive. So going into the new year, it's why moving forward and the compromise I put on the table for venture capital is so important. It's why putting in place some sort of realistic compromise on mining, not on approving a mine or not, because that's already legal in the state, but on streamlining the process so that we can move forward on the jobs associated and still protect our natural resources. It's why looking at, after listening to small businesses, I've had small business listening sessions all across the state, from Superior last week to La Crosse and Green Bay, Madison, Milwaukee, Wausau, and everywhere in between. And what I hear repeatedly is we have jobs, but we don't have enough skilled workers. We need to work on that. They say we want to grow, but we need more access to capital. They say we appreciate the cap you put on new regulations, but now we need more help cutting through the red tape. And repeatedly I hear from small businesses is we need to have good infrastructure. We need to have roads to get product to and from market, and we need to have reliable and cost-effective forms of power, and we need to have access, particularly in rural areas, to high-speed internet access. Those are all priorities we need to work together on in the coming year, and I think those are things that Democrats and Republicans, state government, local government, public and private can work together.